Hey, been exactly 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 11, no, actually 12. 12 days, including the weekend, since the last time I've had a load. So, finally got one. And this one requires 2 vans. Basically, we're going to go pick up flooring. They've got quite a bit of stuff, and we don't know. Nobody knows what's going to fit, what's not going to fit. So, basically, got 2 vans coming to one location. And we're just going to fit everything that can fit and see how it goes after that. So I'll tell you guys all about it when we're done. Basically, my son Daniel is in one of the vans and I'm in the other one. I'm in the biggest van made and he's in the short white one, the one that we got to get rid of, because that van, there's lots of things that don't fit in it. It's just not worth it. That's why we don't load those kind of vans. Anything like, any E-van, any Ford E-van, like Econo line or Chevy Express vans, things like that, we strictly do not work with them because of what doesn't fit in them. It's just, 80% of the freight out there does not fit in them. So, and the other 20% that does fit, a lot of times are people can't measure things or don't know how to, and it doesn't fit either, so I don't know how people make money in those little vans. Maybe they just carry packages or whatever. And a lot of people will say, hey, or I've been telling me that, hey, I have no problem, I always get small freight and blah blah. Well, of course you always get small freight because your dispatch knows exactly what kind of van you have. So obviously you are going to get the small little stuff that for sure is supposed to fit in there. But if you're looking to get carpet rolls or other bigger freight, you gotta expand your opportunities, which is open everything up and use up the whole length of the van. And things are tough enough as it is, and the worst thing you can do is shorten up your van or have a short van, to even limit the already slow and cheap and low possibilities to get loaded. So, you guys can take it or leave it, but not everybody sits behind the desk all day long being a dispatcher like me to know all the ins and outs and all the behind the scene things and see all the dimensions of all the loads out there, and see what people want, because a lot of times customer does not know what they want and they want the biggest sprinter. So, and you don't have it, and if you don't have one, then you don't get to go. We give them our dimensions on every single load, but a lot of times, a lot of loads, they just want a certain size at least, bare minimum, and that's it, because nobody knows and nobody wants to find out. Broker wants to please their customer, and they're not just gonna say, hey, can you go and measure what it is and how, maybe take me a picture of what it is, things like that. That'd be so much easier. That would probably eliminate who knows how many cancellations, because a lot of times it's a cancel because it doesn't fit, and more times it's a cancel because the freight is not there. So it would be nice when a broker could, ask their customer to have whoever the shipper is take a picture of the freight. That way we're not coming out there and wasting our time and getting tow news and everything else, and then or having days and days on end waiting for a tow new. There's been a lot of that happening too. Things got slow, things got cheap, things got hard to get, and all of a sudden brokers are having a hard time sending tow news. It used to be on the spot. Boom, things happen, something doesn't fit, something canceled, boom, you get it right there on the spot. Now, oh, we got to get it approved, oh, we got to send it in, oh, we this, oh, we that. Yeah, we had one broker, I'm not going to say the name, we waited for 3 weeks for a tow new. And it used to be decent people. So I don't know what the heck is going on these days. Everybody's trying to, kind of push the blame to somebody else and just decide not to even reply to you because they're so busy doing who knows what. If you take care of us, we're going to take care of you, broker. That's just how it works. when we show up on site, drive there for 30 minutes or even longer, and then get there and freight doesn't fit, so we waste 2 more hours on site, and then we ask you guys, hey, please send us a tonneau because, it doesn't fit. And before we even went out there, we already asked, if it's going to fit or not. And they said, yes, these are the dimensions. It's going to fit. And when we show up over there, it doesn't fit. Broker just becomes non-existent. All of a sudden, no emails, no phone calls, nothing. You can't reach them for 3 weeks. Oh, well, we reached somebody one time and somebody another time, and I just wouldn't get off the phone with them until they sent me a tonneau. They kept feeding us lies and feeding us, tomorrow or the next day, or we'll get a manager. And I'm like, well, let me talk to your manager right now. Why do I have to sit and wait for him to call me back? Because he's never going to call me back. It's already been 3 weeks. Or talk to billing, or talk to this, talk to that. Just one of the behind the scenes things that we got to do to even get a tonneau out of a broker. Truck order not used. You know what I mean? That's a basic thing that should be sent right on the spot. Not get approved by the customer. It's already part of our contract with you, broker. So if there's a broker watching and you guys are playing those kind of games, I don't know why you're playing with them. It's just a waste of time for everybody. Baby van gets the baby load. This all was on a 1 pallet, so we had to break it down because it was like 145 inches long. And the big van gets the big daddy load. All that. All those rolls. And we still got a decent sized gap in the rear. With everything loaded, we've got a 7-stop delivery to do. So some of it's like adhesive on one stop. On another stop, it's like 4 boxes of vinyl, and one is a big one, Home Depot. That one's got a lot of rolls, and then the rest are just kind of like, rolls here and there. So seven stopper all together, supposedly. I didn't even really look at all my paperwork, so I'm not 100% sure if it is 7 stops or not. I think it is, but we'll just kind of do them as we go. So the plan is today, go home, rest up, leave tomorrow like 4 a.m. or maybe, well, not 4 a.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 4:30, somewhere around there. 4:30, maybe 5 is when we're going to head out. That way we can get there on time with a little bit of extra time and kind of go from there. So some of the contacts we're going to have to call ahead to make sure they're there. Some of them, usually we're able to reach people. Usually with this stuff, it's usually not a problem. So we'll take you guys on the journey of a 7-stopper load. I've never had to really take two vans, and never ever before has a broker really combined a load. Some tried to here and there, but we never got them to where you actually get 2 vans to go and do all the deliveries with 2 different vans. Usually nobody wants to separate the load. Usually somebody's scared of their customer, and so on and so forth. This is going to be an interesting one and a fun one because I get to do it with my son. So, we both love the area where it's going, and we'll see how many stops he's going to go along with me on. Maybe all of them, maybe whatever he's got in his van. We'll see. One of them, basically he's got 3 stops in his van, and one of them is actually a part of mine. All that trim is actually one part of one big stop at a Home Depot. So you guys will come and see. I'll show you guys everything. coming up to the first delivery, and it is beautiful here. Orchards. I don't know why it took me to this or through this route, but look at this windy, interesting road. Anyways, orchards everywhere. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but usually they're just everywhere out here because it's the ideal place for them. Some of it's like cherries, not on a big scale, but a lot of it is apples and other fruits. I love this area.
At end of the road, turn left.
Okay, first location's right here. Gonna go knock and see who's here, who's not here. Well, hopefully somebody's around here. We'll see what's going on. If there's anybody here yet. We're a little early, 20 minutes early. First one's complete. We just had 2 little boxes, handed it off to the guy, and we're done. It was just adhesive. Here's what people live in, like in Rock Island, Washington to be exact, / Wenatchee. Wenatchee is just, 15 minutes away. I don't know where the cutoff, point is exactly, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Somebody might say, no, that's not beautiful. Well, in the summertime, the hills turn yellow and everything dries up really fast because there's barely any rain out here. But for now, it looks like Ireland. We got the second van right behind.
Take the next right onto Rock Island Road.
So there's all that trim and everything else for, I believe, our third stop in there. And then maybe, I don't know how we're going to do it. Daniel just might go back, and I'm just going to keep on trucking myself unless he wants to.
Continue on Rock Island Road for 3/4 of a mile.
Unless he wants to keep on going with me, so we'll see how that goes. There's no point for him to be traveling around doing all the extra stops too in between, so I guess we'll figure it out. Somebody knows why these are white. Let me know. Are they trying to kill them? Maybe kill some bugs? This side's got some perfectly green ones. Other side, yeah, you guys saw it yourselves. I guess it's building out here like crazy as well. People love this area, especially California. Kind of reminds them of it, but except for, cheaper houses and cheaper land. About 3 times.
1,000 feet, turn right onto Grant Road.
3 times cheaper, maybe even 4, depending on exactly where you're at in California. Almost at the second stop, which is just 2 rolls of carpet. We'll get that unloaded.
Take the next right onto Grant Road.
Head on out to the next one.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto South Mission Street.
I've actually been here once before, either last year or the year before, but I think the year before. You go up the hill, kind of up there, and then I flew the drone out there a while ago. So yeah, I've been here. There's a video actually of me being here. Wow, what a coincidence when you show up to the same place. But I guess if they order stuff, like this all the time, whenever it is, every few weeks or every month they have something maybe, or whenever they come out here, then I understand that, some of their drivers might come out here more often than me. But yeah, I've been here before. Here's what people live like in paradise. Different kind of paradise than maybe some others think, but still, this is paradise. Okay, we are at our last, well, not our last, 4th stop, right at Home Depot itself. About to unload all that trim and then 1 roll of carpet too. So gonna get that done and then we'll go keep on going. Time to take that sweater
At
off.
the light, turn right onto Maiden Lane, then turn right onto North Wenatchee Avenue.
So Home Depot one took a little while because we had to do everything by hand. Then we had to wait for another truck to get unloaded. Then we had to wait for my paperwork to come in. And basically it's done now. So heading over to Chinese buffet.
Wenatchee Avenue.
We're gonna go have some lunch. Look at this, spring is here. Chinese buffet is just a mile away, 1.2 miles anyways, 4 minutes away. So we're gonna go grab some food, and then after that, second van is going home, and I got 3 more deliveries to make. So that'll be it after that. And that's 4, and then 5, 6, 7, so 3 more exactly. One of them is 2 rolls of carpet, another one is some carpet tiles, and then the last one is those rolls of grass. The rolls of grass, everybody likes that stuff. Lately that's what I've been taking to a lot of places. A lot of homes are getting that fake grass, so maybe it's worth it for some people, I don't know, I guess. Just as long as you don't have your pets going on it, you know, your dogs and cats peeing in there, because it's not, it ain't going anywhere. If you guys have fake grass, let me know. Maybe if you live in New Mexico or Arizona, I understand. But I mean, we do have grass here. We should be okay. Or water here and grass to grow. So, you know, we got water to water it with. But maybe some people just want no maintenance, I guess. To each its own, as long as they pay the money, and which they did this time too. So it's all good. They paid as a round trip for both vans. Back to Spokane. Made it to my 5th stop, so just a little place like this. These are mostly usually all the smaller flooring places. I'm gonna go get unloaded real quick. On the way to that last one, people are home, got a hold of them, so we're all good. And I'm just taking in the breathtaking views, the crystal clear water. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's just beautiful. When you can see the water, it's just crystal clear. No wind, no nothing, just beautiful out here. Kind of hard to see the water from over here on this camera. But trust me, it's right there. You guys can see it on the GPS. It is right there. I can see it with my eyes. guys sure live up in the sticks out here. Woohoo! Like seriously, somewhere 7 or something miles up the mountain, dirt road as well. Still got about well, almost here soon, I guess. says turn right, but it's left. Look at that. It says turn right. Need a van wash after this.
Take the next right onto Homesteader Lane.
Nobody told me that. They never do. I don't know how you could have gotten a semi up here, but usually these guys deliver everything in a semi. Last time I was out here to Chelan, it was also to a place where they said, no, we're not sending a semi truck out there. And good for them, because there's no way they would. They might make it in here, but they ain't coming out. Somebody's grading the road a little bit. Didn't finish it. Okay, we're almost here. Somewhere about a half a mile left on this road. Why would somebody want to live over here? Whew. I ask that every time somebody kind of gets out in the middle of nowhere. I don't understand it, but wait till there's snow here and ice and all the melting and all the freezing again and everything else. I bet this is fun. Lots of fun. These guys really live out here in the middle of nowhere. Look at the deer. Let's see if they're friendly or not. Every time I ask them if they want to come to Spokane, they never do. Hey, you want to come to Spokane? Well, see, same thing again. The only question I would ask you guys is, do you guys think, well, I guess I should have filmed, if I would have filmed the whole way here, through all the dirt roads and everything else, I would love to ask people, hey, do you guys think that this is a blessing to live here? Or is this some kind of torture? And I don't know what I would answer. Closer to the torture thing, I guess.
Your destination is on the right.
Even though this house is beautiful here, it looks like, but that doesn't matter. I asked him, is this a blessing? Like right as I pulled up, he came out, the owner of the place. Straight up asked him, you think this is a blessing to live here? Or is it some kind of a torture maybe? And he says, it's both. He's like, it's both, it's probably both. So, you know, you get best of both worlds. You get to drive around on this stuff. You gotta be able to pave it. If you're gonna pave it sometime or just keep up with it, I'm sure after every winter you gotta grade it, put gravel down, and gravel is a fortune. So, I don't know. I mean, if you got the money for it and the time, I guess. But you gotta be really rich and you gotta be, you know, having a lot of time on your hands to be able to do all this, because you got to do it, or you got to pay somebody. Either you do it yourself or you pay somebody to do it, one or the other. Oh, here goes the guy grading it. I guess he was on lunch. Hopefully he doesn't run me off the road here. I'll go through real quick, hopefully, without touching him. Waved at him, and here I go, keep going. Yeah, they're grading this road, making it a little bit wider, looks like, probably. Smooth for now. 165 miles back home. We'll see what time I can get there. Funny story about Chelan, right? Last time I was here, I actually almost broke down. My alternator was bad last summer, or beginning of last summer. So last time I was in Chelan doing a delivery, I did it, and my battery light started coming on. So I barely made it home, and after that, I had to go and replace the battery the alternator, because it went out. When you get the battery light on your vehicle, that means your battery is not charging. That means alternator is bad. In a Sprinter, anyways. I don't know about other vehicles. Can't speak for many, but Sprinter, yes. As soon as you get that battery vehicle, I remember, because it came on and the voltage was low, and then sometimes it would charge, sometimes it would not charge, and we went down to like 9 point something, maybe, if that's correct. At times, then it picked back up to like 10. Basically, it was like 10, 11 the whole way home, and yeah, we even turned off the AC at some point just to see if that would help, and yeah, fun times. But yeah, I made 100 and for sure 170 miles, 160, 170 miles all the way home last time on a bad alternator. The thing is, sometimes people think, well, you know, since it's running, it's okay, you know, that you can still run. Your vehicle still uses power. It doesn't matter. It's not like some kind of a, you know, lawnmower where you can take out a battery and the thing will still keep on running. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It still does need a battery to be recharged for the computer to know what's going on and to push things, because it's not going to work out, you know what I mean? So I've heard some people saying that, oh yeah, I'll pull my battery out and keep driving until I shut the vehicle off. That's how it's going to be. No, that's not how it's going to. It's not how it's going to be. Because when it just keeps dying, that means you could go on a bad battery for a while until you shut it off. But it doesn't work that way. It just, your voltage keeps draining, because, you know, your components inside do need power. So I just was coming up this hill and I remember exactly what was happening, and figured I'd share the story with you. And it's on YouTube as well, so if you guys want to see that video, it is on a channel from last summer.